it's Dawn. Yesterday I made a video, and I don't know if it's going to be in sequence, but it probably is, where I was messing around with my Schminky granulating greens that I have in this little teeny tiny palette right here. And at the end, kind of, I started mixing in some of this Malachite from Kuretake. This is a big pan of it, but it's number 50. And I'd always heard it was a really good mixing color. I bought this big guy because I just liked the color turquoise. Anyway, I had a thought of like, well, what if, because it went so well with the greens, I thought, well, I've always heard that this blue mixed with certain oranges and golds makes a really interesting mixing palette. So I pulled out this guy, and I thought I would try Quin Deep Gold. Well, Quin Gold, Quin Deep Gold. And this is for the purist, the pigment people, this is the PO48 PY150, which is the old formula. I've had this tube forever. As you can see, it's kind of gnarly. Quin Deep Gold. Then I pulled out Quin Burnt Orange, because it's PO48 also, which is a discontinued pigment. Then I thought, well, you know, while I'm at it, let's just play around with a couple others. I found Quin Scarlet, which I never use. Well, you'd think I did by the way this thing looks, but I just don't tend to use it. And then the new one to me, Aussie Red Gold. But I thought I'll just, well, it's going to be messy, but I'm going to add it to this palette because this is oranges and yellows and some reds. And I thought I'd just find a little spot here, and we're just going to go for it. And we're not looking for anything more than just a little bit of fun. So let me squeeze out some paint and we'll be right back. All I did was draw out some circles. In fact, this is very sloppy done, but don't care. And I've got my two Quin Golds here. The Quin Gold, Quin Deep, then the Scarlet, Aussie Red, and then the Burnt Orange. So I'm going to start off with just the regular Quin Gold. I already wet the palette here in the Malachite, so it's going to be, ooh, just see how this mixes, because I've been told that the Malachite is a great mixing medium, and we're about to find out if we agree with that. So we're just going to play around with some different colors and Malachite mixed into them and see what we get. Ooh, that was a lot of Malachite. But I like these colors. I like Malachite in general with orange. I like turquoise and orange together, or turquoise and red. Ooh. That definitely made a muddy color there, but it's alright. Just that Malachite's just taking over. See, with the green, it didn't take over so much. It is completely dominating. I may try it with blue next. I wonder if because these are opposite on the color wheel, so I should have known this was not going to be necessarily the best combinations of colors, but sometimes you get surprises when you do stuff like this, you know? You don't know until you do it. There's that Quin Gold. Gosh, I love that color so much. If you haven't got your hands on some to stash, put back for a rainy day, I highly recommend you do so. Yeah, the greens worked out really nicely. I'm not sure I'm going to like this as much, but I mean, I'm going to keep going because we learn from our flops sometimes as much as we learn from our successes, right? I might do it with blue and see what kind of blue and yellows could be interesting too. I'm not a big yellow person. Oh, this is very not me. Get a lot of green. Yeah, a lot of green when you add the malachite to it because of the PY150. I'm sure that's a yellow pigment. I think it's I forget what, I know what it is, but for the moment it's escaping me what the name of that pigment is, but that's okay. Malachite just takes over. I barely pick up any, and it just goes, I'm here to make sure you know that I'm here, and whether you like it or not. That's an interesting color. Well, this is not one of my favorites. But that's not the point, is it? Or maybe it is the point. Maybe you find what you don't like. Okay, I like these, which is a little bit of the malachite. Sorry, malachite mixed a little bit of the Quins, but it's kind of it's interesting. Let's see how it dries down, and maybe we like it. Maybe it's a flop. Who knows? But in the meantime, we'll see you again next time. Thanks for stopping by.